Kyle Giesdorf, better known as Bugha. Do you remember him? We all remember he won the one and only Fortnite solo World Cup, but how did he become so irrelevant after still uploading daily and winning 2 FNCSs in a row? Like many others, Bugha started playing the game for fun with his friends, and little did he know he would become the best player and win millions of dollars. But unlike many others, it was actually his dad who introduced him to the game. Now, Bugha's dad mainly played Save the World, but Bugha was the big fan of it, so he tried Battle Royale. And the instant he touched the game, he fell in love with it. So in Season 3, Chapter 1, Bugha started streaming on Twitch under the name of TTV Bugha, and unless other players, Bugha is one of the few that actually never changed his name. Early on, we can see Bugha playing with someone named Aspect, and this is actually pretty funny, because little did they know they would both become Fortnite pros in the future. Later on in Season 6, we can see Bugha has been progressing, and as you can see, he's actually pretty good for that time back then. Now, Bugha would spend most of his time playing scrims with Expect, Hemi Z and Hurt, who would also become a pro further on in Chapter 1. But although they weren't at the top yet, they would still progress due to their insane chemistry. So another unknown player back then who was really good at the game was none other than Clix. And both of them would just no live scrims 24/7, which was a good thing, because a little while later, in Season 8, Fortnite introduced something new. Something we'd all been waiting for. Fortnite competitive. Now, we all know Clix would actually demolish this competition and place first in almost every cup he played. But what about Bugha? In Session 2 of the Champion Division Cup, Bugha would place 48, which is still pretty good for someone who had never competed in a real tournament before. But after this experience, Bugha knew what he had to do to get to the top. In Session 2, 3 and 4 of the Trios 1-Day Cup, he would play with his good friend Aspect, and they would place 2nd, 3rd and 7th. And these placements were incredible, because placing in the top 10 spot 3 times in a row was something we hadn't seen very often. Now, on April 7th, Bugha would play the World Cup warm-up with his duo Senka Rose, and they performed astonishing, placing 2nd and winning $1,715, which may sound good, but that was nothing compared to the actual World Cup qualifiers, where Bugha would place 400 in the Week 1 semifinals, but he would make a comeback the day after and place 1st in the solo World Cup Week 1 finals, making him one of the first players to qualify for the New York finals. Now, this was sadly the only time he would qualify for the New York finals, but that's fine, because now all of a sudden it's the 28th of July 2019 and the World Cup solo finals have started. Now, as we all know, this was literally the best lobby in the entire world, but there was one player that actually proved he was the best, and it's none other than Bugha. Because in game 1 he would drop a 9-kill win. And keep in mind that this was the actual best lobby in the world. So after this 19-point lead and Bugha dying off spawn in game 2, we all knew Bugha might place in top 5. But we were wrong, because Bugha would go out and nearly double the points of 2nd place. So after dying with another 4 kills in game 6, we already knew Bugha won. Now, I remember going to Bugha's channel and subscribing at 30,000 subscribers, and after I refreshed, he was already at 100,000 subscribers. I also remember looking a few hours later and he was already at 1 million subscribers. So my point is that the World Cup definitely brought him a lot of fame, but did that also cause his downfall? Because as you can see, Bugha went from 10k followers to 500k followers in just a month. So after coming home and streaming, Bugha had like 100,000 live viewers. So this was definitely new to Bugha, but since Bugha didn't have the experience of streaming in front of a large audience, he wasn't as entertaining as streamers with the same amount of followers, and as we can see, his Twitch views declined drastically. In Season 10, Bugha made another 36,000 from competitive earnings, putting him on the 2nd place in PR worldwide for 2019, since he also won the World Cup, of course. However, 2020 would turn out to be Bugha's best year PR-wise, because this was the year COVID started, and from the moment COVID started, Bugha would place in every single tournament. And in August, Bugha would have a good month that actually increased his viewers again. And on top of that, he would make another 90k from competitive earnings. But during September, he would lose those viewers again. And this was probably due to his beef with Clix. 2021, we can see a big spike in Bugha's viewers, which is weird since he played with Clix. And Bugha actually had one of his best years where he made $170,000 from competitive earnings due to him placing 1st in FNCS twice. So how did Bugha become so irrelevant? Now, the answer is easy, because all we can see on Twitch and YouTube is just a handcam. Yes, all we see is just Fortnite gameplay with a handcam. There's literally no more entertainment and only seriousness, which causes viewers to rather watch someone else. Going to YouTube, we can see he barely posts 50k views nowadays, which is actually really low for someone with 4 million subscribers and 5 million followers on Twitch. But till this day, Bugha is still the highest earning Fortnite player, and that's gonna be for a while, since the number 2, which is Sam, has 2.2 million earnings but randomly disappeared. And on top of that, he is top 19 highest earning esport player of all time. But I can't lie, it's actually really impressive that Bugha still plays as well, being active for so many years. And he also had a period that he quit Fortnite for Valorant, which explains the spike drop in viewers. But with that being said, I hope Bugha just keeps grinding and will become relevant again. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Pigot picks up Fawcett, it's Pigot versus Reverse, and Pigot takes it home!